I'm not kidding when I tell you that this is super simple vegetable slice. It's got 3 ingredients which are really versatile. You can flavor it, you can change up the ingredients depending on the time of year or what your family likes, but it's a great snack to keep in the fridge. You can take it for breakfast on the run, or you can put it into lunch boxes, and it's really quick. So let's get started. I'm going to peel this sweet potato. If you've cleaned it well enough, not with soap, just with a vegetable brush, you can actually save the peels. So do nice long big strips, and we can actually create chips out of them for another recipe. So trying to minimize waste and maximize flavor, because there's also goodness in the skins. So we will crisp them up at a later stage. So we're using sweet potato today, but you could use zucchini, or if you're trying to entice young diners to eat their veggies, you might do a whole rainbow of veggies. So we're just going to grate these. You could put it into a food processor if you don't want to grate, or if you had a mandolin, you could also slice them really thinly and create a nice layered slice. So it's always good practice to crack 1 egg at a time into a bowl, just in case there's any imperfections or anything that you don't want to transfer from that to your main dish. Certainly makes it easier to retrieve anything, should anything be in there that you don't want. So 1 at a time, a dozen eggs. If you think about 1 egg per serve, you've got 12 very easy breakfasts on the run right here. And we've got our cheese. Now, if this is for really young kids, or someone just has an aversion to pepper, you don't have to put pepper in, but I always really like to season this with a bit of salt and some pepper. So as much or as little pepper and salt as you like, or leave it out entirely. And then we're just going to bring all of this together, make sure that it's really well incorporated. You want to make sure that you don't see any egg on its own. You want to make sure that all of the sweet potato has got batter and there's a good distribution of cheese. And it's as simple as that. So we're going to pour that into our lined tray. Now you don't have to line the tray, but it certainly makes it easier to pull that out of at the end. It's also easier to cut this one once it has cooled. So we're going to put it into the oven about 35 to 45 minutes, depending on how brown you would like the top. So I'm just going to really gently push all of that into place, making sure that there's no air pockets, but also making sure that it's a nice even height all the way through, which aids cooking and stops fights if someone's got a bigger piece than the next person. And then we are ready to put that into the oven. So we have taken our vegetable slice out of the oven. We've given it some cooling time. The longer you let it cool, the sort of more solid it becomes and it supports itself. We're going to cut up some pieces to put into containers for the week so that they can be grabbed from your little ones. So we've got beautiful triangular slices there. You can make them even smaller if you sort of just want a half portion, or depending on who you're serving it to. And you can see all the beautiful layers. So if you did want to make this a rainbow slice, you can always add beetroot and then your sweet potato and carrot if you like. Or if you wanted to make a green one, you could do spinach and peas. But this is really versatile, really satisfying. It could be the start of a whole meal with a side salad, or it can be a breakfast or a snack. Enjoy.